Hi there everybody, welcome to another video. On today's video I have this BMW 2 Series. This is a 2015 model, and I'm just going to be removing the rear door card here on this car, and the reason I'm removing it is because I just want to push this panel into this panel. So as you can see, it's sort of come out of it, and I can't push it in unless I remove the panel, so it doesn't look very nice to be like that. So I've already done the other side, which was exactly the same, so I just want to show you a couple of things to bear in mind when you remove the panel. You need to if you want to remove the entire panel, I don't have to, because I just want to obviously push the panel in there, which I already done on this one. But if you want to remove the whole panel, you need to disconnect this little cable, which is going to be plugged into here. And the other thing you want to remove, okay, let's get a picture from this angle, is going to be this here, and that comes out quite easily. You just have to lift the clip there and this will come out like that. And then you're gonna have to remove the wiring. Well, you're gonna have to disconnect the wiring just here, just there. You're gonna have to unplug that and then take this wiring out of these plastic sort of mounts. So it's mounted there like that, and here. Once you disconnect that and that and unplug it here, you will then have to take this other connection. Well, this connection here is this one, so you already done it, and then this connection, this other cable, is the one that goes to the switch, which again you just have to, they have some tiny little clips like this one. It's got that tiny little sort of clip there. So they are a little bit difficult to pull out because they're just clipped in. For example, that one, you may have to get a screwdriver on the back and sort of, while you grab the blue socket, also push you with your screwdriver in there, a very thin screwdriver, so it opens the gap a little bit, and pull it out. But then you'll be able to remove the door card and do whatever work you need to do here. I'm not doing all of that. I'm just pushing the panel back in. All I have to do is press it in there, and it goes back in there, this bit here, which is difficult to see because the sun reflection is a pain in the neck. But the other thing I wanted to say is that after you remove, there's 3 screws that you're going to need to remove. You then need to pull this panel out, and you're going to need something like this, and also some plastic prying tools. But it is a really hard door to pull. These blue button type of plugs are really tight in there, and in fact you might find that once you pull the panel out, some of those remain in there. So we'll have a look on the other side. Okay, so to remove this panel, we're going to start by removing the little Torx screws. Well, the little one Torx screw that's down here, just hiding in here. I've already undone it. So that's like a T20. So you're going to need a Torx T20 socket to remove that. And then there are another 2 screws we want to remove from behind this panel. So we need to pull this panel up in order to get to it. Right. I'm gonna get that panel out with the plastic prying tool. something like that. So I just started in the front, so I can sort of pull that clip in there in and pry it up. And then inside of there are two of those screws. I'll try to see if we can focus on one of them, but there is one just here, which again I've already undone. Just have to take it out. And the other one is sitting on the other corner of the panel. And just be careful not to drop it, because once you drop one of those screws, they disappear forever. Okay, now we've done that, we're pretty much ready to start pulling this panel off, and that is maybe the most difficult part. So I just want to show you, I'm going to start on this on the side here. If I get this in there, if we can have a look at those, maybe we can't, but I usually try to get something like this, a plastic prying tool there, and another one somewhere here to keep this a little bit open, because I want to get this in there to try and open those buttons, and they are quite tough to open, as I said, so some of them will remain in there, but it's the only way to do it. But be careful, this is a metal, so this metal can scratch your car, so perhaps you want to be a little bit more extra careful if you're doing it first time, and put some, maybe you can put some tape on here to avoid scratching the paint on the panel, even though it may happen, but obviously you can only take as much measures as you can in order not to scratch it. Okay, I'll give this a go, so wish me luck. Right, so once you manage to open a few, then we should be able to pull the whole panel out. Okay, well that's how the panel comes out, and now we can... Right, so the panel is out. It pulls out of here as well, so as you saw me, it just basically the whole thing unplugs. But as you can see, a lot of these have remained in there. They didn't come out like that. So it is a bit of a pain in the neck. These have remained. That one hasn't. So anyway, now we have to pull these ones out and fit them in their respective slot. So we have to pull them out, and they are really hard to pull out. So I normally put one of those in there, say, to pull it out, and then I use the other one at the bottom. So I use both of them to pull them out, because they are quite hard. And anyway, what I wanted to do is push that thing, that opening there. So in my case, all I need to do now is push the panel from behind here. So you may see how that goes back in. Okay, and now that is sitting flush and nice. It looks nice, obviously nicer like that. So with that done, I mean, if you wanted to remove the whole panel, same as I said before, you need, this one is a bit hard to pull out. It's got a tiny little clip. You want to get a screwdriver just in the back of there to get it out. And this one, obviously you pull it out, and the wiring you would have to disconnect, same as the other side. So apart from that, there's nothing else to it. So what I'm going to do now is I have to remove these buttons and refit my door panel. Refitting is a lot easier, obviously. You just need to make sure you get that back in place, and then you just line up these holes here. You line them up with this, and then you plug this back in place. So and then you're pretty much done. You just have to plug then push the whole panel back in and put your screws. So having said that, I hope the video helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. So thank you for watching.